Hey guys, welcome to my channel LearnTech. This is Sandeep Cole here. I hope you are doing good. So today's video which I'm going to take is on BMC Smart Reporting. So we all know that BMC Smart Reporting is a very important aspect of ITSM. Now considering reporting, we know that reporting is very critical when considering operations or when we have to define KPIs, when we have to report to the higher management. So reporting plays a very key important role. So we define different sort of reports for different operations to understand the different KPIs for different teams for a different set of services, and then it is basically presented to the either to the operation management or to the higher management based on what type of reports we are building. Now smart reporting as a tool helps us in creating both operation as well as the report for higher management. So there are a number of features in smart reporting. We will have an overview today, and maybe in some other videos we'll have more features about this smart reporting tool. Now before we go into the smart reporting part, so let me explain you how we can set this up. Now let me go to this. This is all we all know, this is mid-tier config section. So here if you go to this reporting setting, so here I'll get the URL for this one. So what I'll do, I'll copy this URL, and then I have already pasted it here and opened it here. Now I will just log in into the smart reporting admin console. This is basically the admin console. So okay, now let me log in. So once you are logged in into the admin console of smart reporting, so here you do all the sort of administration. So later I will show you how to basically generate this from smart smart IT or mid tier. But as of now, this is the admin console for this one, for the for your smart reporting. Now if you see here, I have these options here: data sources, users, roles, and then this is the admin part. So what I will do, if you get this default instance, the license software license is already breached. So what I have done, I have already downloaded a license, and then what I will do, through license management here I will upload a new license. So you can see here currently this is not in use, so I'll go, let me choose a file, and let me go to the licensing. Yeah, let me search for it. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, I think this is the one, but I need is a folder. So yeah, so I have downloaded this. If you go to BMC website, there itself you can get it from EPD. You can download it, and then I will open it, and you can click here on the preview. So it will show you the new license. So this is the old license, this is the new license, what you are getting here. Then we'll click the submit. It's a very simple process. So now when license is submitted, so now my reporting tool is visible. I can access my reporting tool. Now you can see here a lot of things got enabled. If you see here, now when I submitted the license, before that I was not able to see anything. I was only able to see this administration. So if you have similar issues, similar concerns, you can do the same. The licensing is expired, you need to import a new license. But if you are in a production system, you are working for a customer, then you have to check with the agreement between your customer and BMC to get the license. Ideally you will get it in EPD, and check if you get temporary licenses, because this I think I got a temporary license. You can use that license to just activate it, and later you can work with your team for the actual licenses. Now if you see here, this is the smart reporting console. So if I go here in the dashboard, so dashboard is basically overall view of your entire operations, entire KPIs. That is something you can define here. Now these are different tabs here, they have different purposes. Dashboard is one of the tab, but dashboard, as you know, this is a generic term. It's used in across application. Dashboard is something where you are presenting something. So here in Remedy, it helps you in defining your dashboards. How you are defining the dashboards? So for that you need to have a source, you need to have data. So then you cannot directly go and put your fields here in the dashboard, it will not work. So dashboard, basically the source for the dashboard is reports. So you had first of all build the reports. Once your reports are ready, they can add them in the dashboard, and then you can use them. So I'll show you both basic things. I'll show you. Let's go one by one. So first thing we will start is by building a report. Now to build, okay, now before we start anything, what we need to do before go and we will create reports, the first thing is we need to add a data source, or we have to basically create a data source. So how we create a data source, there are multiple ways through which you can go and create a data source. You can also go directly to this administration. From here I can add, and also there's an option on create. I can click here and then it will again take me to the data source page. Okay, and now what basically is a data source? Data source is basically the repository from which I'll get the data to present on the report. So in our case it will be AR system data, but we can also have other data or other databases to which we can connect and present the report on. Okay, so what I will do, I will add a data source here. Now there are two options. We will use this database option because this is something we will be needing to add to the for AR system. Now for database host, I have to, just a minute, I need to copy the database host. So this is a little bit of tricky. This is especially for me, you don't have to worry about this. So here I need to give the what do you call it, DB host name. Then I have to mention the port. Okay, then I will give it a name, AR sys DB. But these are basically, this is AR system server name, this is TCP port of AR server. Ignore these database things. So this is basically AR system server. So it is considering AR server as a DB. Now I will add a user, which will be basically my AR system admin user. Okay, so now I have given it a name. So this is database type is by default. I'm selecting BMC AR request system. So that means AR system it will connect to, and then you can have also multiple databases. For me, it's only showcasing this. Maybe this is a demo instance, but in the real instance, maybe you have something. I need to connect to a different database. Okay, now I have given it an AR server host name, then port number, and then I will click on this create. Okay, now when I clicked on this, so it went successfully. I was able to get the data. So now out of this I need to select like which tables I need in my view. Okay, so for example, if you need incident, so the name of the table is HPD help desk. So I would say this one. Now you can select multiple views and single views. So if you select multiple tables, it will be it will be so you need to have, you can basically get all the tables here. If you want to select a single table, that also is feasible. Okay, so what I will do, let me select multiple views, multiple tables, and then okay. So in multiple tables, now what you will do, you will define that you will define multiple tables here. Okay, and then you will define basically the relationship between them. So this is advanced part of it, will not go it in here. This is basically modeling the reporting. Okay, so we'll not go here. We will use a very simple views. Okay, so let me just close this. This I will take in some other video because this is an advanced version of it. So what I will do, let me see if my where is my administration admin console. So I will say data sources. So this, you can see my data sources already added. Now you have an option to lock it. Lock means that it is currently unsecure. You can secure it, and then you can, nobody can access it basically. So okay, now this is my database. You can see, you can check the connection settings here. Okay, connection settings and everything, you can do it here. Okay, now let me do one thing. Let me go back here. So I don't have anything here. Let me close this. So what I will do here, to make it simpler, let me delete this, because otherwise it will confuse you. So let me delete this. Let me again add it. Same credentials. So we will take it one by one. We'll say ARSys DB. Okay. So I will copy the 6262. Okay. And then I will use my username. Okay, I'll create this view. And let me use single table at this point of time. We will only touch one table, but it is similar to other tables. So I will say this one. Okay. So I will give it a name as incident. Okay. And here also I will say INC. I will say save and close. Okay, now I have got this DB. Under this DB I have added my incident view. Now I'll show you how to define a report. Now let me go here and create again. I'll click on create report. Now you can see here, earlier there was no incident there. Now I have added this ARDB, so I got this view available here in the selection. So I will select this. Now this view can have multiple tables as well. So currently we selected only the incident one, so it will be it will only have this incident one. Okay. Then what I will do, I will define a report on it. Now you can see here, if you click on these boxes, on these tabs, so you will have options, basically fields to select to define a report. Now this is overall a report designer, where you have here, this is the name of the view, these are the fields which are available to you for selection. Then this is the place where you can define your report. Okay. Now let's say I need to generate a simple, generate a simple data report. Okay. So I have this incident number. So what I'll do, just hold your mouse on this, or basically catch it with a left mouse click, drag it here in the columns. Okay. Then you can refresh the report and then it will give you the data. But before that we will add something more. So I would say I will go to time, isn't anything, metrics, this is count. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, let me check another fields. So we will say incident number we have added, so we will say status, so which is basically the incident status. So there are multiple fields here, so these are all you need to figure out which field you want to use. Status, then I would say priority. Okay, and okay, now what I will do, let me refresh the report. Now see, I got the data here. So whatever the data I had selected, incident number, status and priority, so this is displayed here. Okay, let me cancel this. Okay, so now I have these fields which are available to me, plus I have this designer section where I can design the report. Now then there is something called sections and filters. Now if let's say I want to only see critical priority incidents, so what I can do, I can just take this field, drag it here in the filters, and here you can say, you can give it an option in the list, greater than, equal to. So there are these different options available, or you can also prompt the user so he will select it when he runs the report, or you can also define a value here. So let me say I want to define, so there are two options. One is define value, the search value. If I say search value, it will basically give you the options from here. So the whatever the options are available for priority, you will get that. Let's say I want to see only critical tickets. Then I refresh the report. Sorry, I think it was not refreshed. Okay, there isn't anything, I think there, no, but it should ideally show the data. Let me select all. No, there is some issue with it, it's not working. Let me take this out. It has hanged, so I think there is some issue with it. Wait, let me go back. Sorry for this one. So I think I would just add incident number. I would say priority, and also I can limit this. Let me limit this to 50 records. Okay, now these are the options you have here. Analysis style, you can say no drill anywhere. That means you can create this as a link. No drill means that it will not create any link, it will just play display it as it is. So section and filters, we have seen sections also, I will show you. So auto refresh is when you want to auto refresh this particular limit. So preview row limit also I would say 50. So preview means whatever is displaying here. Okay, and then this is the active row limit, means the active data you have on that. You can set up also a limit. So let me refresh this, because it is because of this the number of rows. Now you can see I got only 50 rows, so it will be much faster and it's much easier for us to understand status. Okay, so I will say add status. Okay, now I would add, this is just a basic assigned group. I would add an assigned group. Okay, we can also add assignee. I would add an assigned group. So let me see assigned group. If I have it, it should be here. So it's very simple, you can just drag and drop. Okay, now if I add new field, you have to just put it here, it will be added. Okay, so I'll refresh it. Now this is the data how it is defined. Okay, now these are the available fields. Okay, now let's understand the filtration part. Let me go here. So I would say, let me do it on status. So I will filter it based on status. So I would say use search values. So it will pick up what is basically there in the system. Okay, whatever the data. So we have these only selections in status. We know that if we are using. Now I will refresh the data again. So now only you can see I am getting only assigned status ticket. So I have filtered it out. Now let me take out priority. Let's see what is basically section. Okay, let me drag it here. Okay, now we don't have to define anything on the section. You can see here it segregated the report based on the priority. So it created a section called critical. So these are all tickets which are assigned, which are critical. And then if you go to the next section, basically it will show you the tickets which are in the different sections. Or let me just do one thing. Let me remove this. Okay, still we are getting it because we have set a limit. That is the reason we are getting only 50. Let me say this to 500. We refresh the report. No, I need to add this as well to 500. Okay, so this will now you can see here. So it will create multiple sections. Priority, critical, these are the cases. Then these are only priority ticket. It's getting me only priority ticket. somehow we are not, it's not showcasing me. Let me remove this. Let me refresh this. Okay, I have high, medium, low, and I will say priority. Refresh. I think it's in the next page basically. So what you will do basically, it will create a grouping. For example, this something like this. Okay, you will have critical, then you will have assigned, you will have, so here it's only showcasing you critical cases, then you will have other things. It will have now what I will do. Okay, now let me give you, I want to only bring open tickets. So what I will do, I will say status, I'll bring only tickets which are open. So I would say is less than or equal to, I think I was not able to select it, so I need to go to the advanced setting to define this. So here status is less than or equal to, you have to define a value. Okay, use prompt or define a value, say resolved. Okay, now if I go back, refresh this report, so it will not bring any closed tickets. Okay, so the status will be only less than resolved, so it will be, you know, only basically only tickets which are open, or less than resolved means which are open tickets which are not resolved. So now also this is the data part. You define the data here. If you have a data, you know, report where you need to define the data, which you need to showcase the data. Okay, now there is one more thing. Okay, before that, you also have options here. So you have options here to, you can you know, figure it out. You can format it, aggregate. So if I say aggregate count, it will give me the number of, you know, it will give me the count. Ideally it will show only one, because everything is, you know, defined as one. So it is showcasing you your assigned services are 1, 12, this is 5. So it will show you the count, but it does not make any sense to define a count here. So I would say none here. Then so guys, we have seen the data part. Now how data is displayed on the report, how we do filtering, how we do define the data in the sections. Now there's one more aspect of reporting, that's called charts. So any report without, you know, chart is incomplete. So BMC Smart Reporting also provides this feature. But you know, before I go on the charts, I need to add something to the report. Now, you know, in normal reports, when I, you know, created, I just added the fields from the system. For example, these are all system predefined fields, or maybe defined in the view, which are available to me. Now, in case, let's say I need to add some custom fields to the report, some calculated fields, some calculations. So for example, let me take it this way. For example, you want to add a, you know, date field, but you want to differentiate between day, month and year. So you need to create 3 separate columns. You need to display them, or maybe you need to do some calculation. Let's say one date minus date, which is greater than or less than, then based on that you need to add some values. So that can be done here through the custom fields. Okay, so if I click here on this plus icon, so it will open up this console. So here I will give it a name, then I define the formula type. If you select formula is predefined, so predefined, as I said, these are mostly date functions, string functions, conversions. So you can, you know, explore them. These are different types of things you can use to get the data in your required format. Then there is simpler one. Simpler means we can use this. This is what we are going to use. And also there is one more thing which is called freehand. Okay. Now why we are using this custom field? Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to get a count of incidents. Okay. So because that is what I would be using in the charts. So all KPI reports, charts, dashboards, they are basically based on the count. Okay, so the number of records. So here what I will do, I will create a field with count for number of incidents. So for that, initially I'll get a name, incident count. You can give it any random name or any name which is understandable to you. Then I will define, this is simple because I want to use this one. Then auto detect, this is field type. You can define it what type of field. I will keep it auto detect. It will automatically detect the output. Now here you can see in this panel you have these options. So this is basically a kind of a programming setup in the field. So you can define these fields based on conditions. For example, you can use this case to define, let's say, case when status is critical, then when case when status is critical, then do this calculation, else do this calculation, then do this calculation. Similarly, you can define complex calculations can be done here in this, but we are not going there. So our understanding is basic. This is something we'll take it separately. Now what I'll do, I'll use this count. This is count, this is distinct count, this is sum, this is your past average, this is maximum and minimum. Now I have added this count. Then here I will select incident. So I need to select the field. So I am incident number will give me the count for number of incidents. Then I will save this. Now it is saved, so it will be available here to me in calculated fields as int count. So what I need to do, I need to drag it to add it to my report. So I'll not refresh this, we'll keep it as it is, and I'll go to charts. Now in the charts, when you open this, you will get an option here to auto chart or select chart. If you say auto chart, it will select chart based on your based on the data you are providing. Okay, but if you want to select a specific chart, you can click on this, go to select, and then here you will define what chart you want. So for me, I have selected this pie. So you can select bar chart, you can select line chart, you can select any other chart you want. Okay, then what I need to do, based on each chart type, it will give you an options to select the fields. Now let me say I need to give, so first of all I would add the I have already, the priority is already added. So let me again showcase you. So you need to drag it here. I will say priority, then int count in the size, and let me refresh it. Okay, now it is only giving me critical tickets because I think there's a filter written on the priority which is only bringing critical tickets. I'll remove this and instead I will add status. So let me refresh this. Okay, now I'm only getting assigned tickets. Yeah, wait, this is frustrating me. So let me go back. I'll show you why it is doing like this. So let me remove these functions here. So this data is all based on the functions you have. So let me refresh this. I'll remove those filtering so that we'll see the chart. Okay, now let me go back to the chart. Now both of them will work. Okay, so this is status priority. I'll refresh it. Okay, so now see how beautiful it has been, it is looking like. So it is showcasing you closed, pending, in the progress, and cancel. So this will give you the count. If you move it here, it will give you like something else. Now you can also do, if you want, you can add another visualization here. You can add one more based on the priority. So I will do based on the priority. Okay, I'll refresh it. See here, now it was auto chart, so it selected this. But if you want to do a pie chart, you can go here and change it, but we'll keep it as it is. Okay, now this is the section where you define, you have also functions. If you want to calculate average, then coloring also you can change size. So if I say you can use these fields, refresh it, so it will use a different look. It is now merging your priority and status in this call. So you will have high, medium, low, critical priority. So basically this is it will show you in high how many are closed, pending, in progress, cancelled. Okay, that's what when you added the coloring. Then you can also similarly do, for example, I will remove the status. Instead I will say assign group. So it will give me based on the group how many are assigned to different critical priority tickets are assigned to different groups. It will give me something like this. Okay, so this is we defined report, data, chart, and then we will go to the design section. Okay, now it is saying the maximum because it is your the data has been truncated. But let me do one thing. Let me go back to data. I'll restrict the data size. Okay, let me make this to 100. This also let me make it to 100. So we'll have only 100 records because refresh this. Design. So let me go back to the design. I think it's not. Ideally it displays the chart here, but it is not displaying. We can say the maximum row limit has reached. Data may be truncated because I did not. Okay, let me again go back. Maybe there is some issue with this console, but ideally it is not like this. You will get the charts here. Okay, so let me set it to 50. Okay, 50, and I'll go to charts. Let me also put a filter here. Let's see if we can now here I don't think so I can do this. This is only setting for no cosmetic changes you can do. Let me do one thing. Let me remove this. Let me delete this. Okay, let me go back to the design. Okay, now yeah, I'm able to see it. So this is my chart and this is the data. Now what I can do, the last point is publish. Okay, so you can give it a name. For example, this is incident status report. Okay, you can provide a description here. Then you have to select the tags, basically where it should fall under. You can define that. Then you can define the access, whether it is public or private. If you make it private, it will be only accessible to you. If you make it public, anyone can access it. Okay. And distribution also, you can also say whether you can broadcast this, whether it can be personal broadcast, you can email this. There is something like your report setting. Okay, report that whether you want to manually refresh it or periodically it will be automatically refreshed. Okay, I have selected none. I would say activate. Yes. Okay, so now my report is activated. So I can access my report from my reporting console. So let me go here from your, let me see if we can access it from here. I just wanted to showcase you if we can basically access the reporting console from here. From smart reporting it's working, but here there is some configuration still needed. Let me check. Let me go to home page. Let me close this. So let me see if ideally it should work. Yeah, it's working. So yeah, this is the reporting console, which basically will showcase you everything. It will showcase you all the reports which have been developed. You can see these are all predefined dashboards. Somebody has already developed them, and you are able to see it. Earlier there was nothing because the data was not there. Okay, now if I go to browse, yeah, this is my report. So you can see here, this is the report which we have developed today, and from here you can open it, and then you can publish it, share it, you can broadcast it, you can put it to favorites, you can add it to the story. This is something we will see. And also you can add this to the dashboards that we will see in the next chapter or maybe next video. Okay, thank you.